I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 612, Part 2. Mr. Ward Jackson. The lady's difficulty is real, and I sympathize with her. She asks if we could see the self within ourselves, why should we have to come all the way to see him? We had been thinking of him so long, and it's only right that we came here. Is it then unnecessary to do so? Maharshi, you have done well in having come. Isvaro Gurutamedi. The self is the God and Guru. A person seeks happiness and learns that God alone can make one happy. He prays to God and worships him. God hears his prayers and responds by appearing in human shape as a master in order to speak the language of the devotee and make him understand the reality. The master is thus God manifest as human beings. He gives out his experience so that the seeker might also gain it. His experience is to abide as the self. The self is within. God, Master, and the self are therefore seeming stages in the realization of the truth. You have doubts on reading books. You have come here to have them cleared. That is only right. You came all this way because you felt drawn to the presence of a teacher who could help you see more clearly. Sri Ramana Maharshi affirms that your effort was not in vain. He acknowledges that the lady's question is sincere. If the self is already within, why travel to see a teacher? His response brings everything back to the nature of the search itself. A person longs for happiness and over time realizes that nothing in the world provides lasting fulfillment. This longing turns into a search for something deeper, leading the seeker to think of God as the ultimate source of happiness. Through devotion and prayer, the seeker asks for guidance, and in response, God appears in the form the seeker can relate to, a human teacher. This is where Ramana explains the deeper truth behind the outer journey. The Guru, God, and the Self are not separate. They only seem like different stages because of how the mind perceives the path. In reality, the Master does not give you something you lack, but directs your attention inward so you can recognize what has always been present. The external teacher is like a mirror, reflecting your true nature back to you. Coming to see a realized teacher is not wrong or unnecessary. It is part of the natural unfolding on the search. When you read spiritual books, doubt arises in the mind because the mind complicates simple truth. The living presence of a teacher helps dissolve these doubts. The key is to understand that while a teacher's words and presence can clarify things, the real work happens within. The master points, but you must turn inward and recognize the self for yourself. The journey appears to take you to a distant teacher, but in the end, you realize you were always home. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. In 40 Verses on Reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.